I didn't want to write about chapter 19 of Jeremiah. I even skimmed over the part about eating. Never mind. I didn't want to read it. I didn't want to think it. I was about to see if I could just combine it with the next chapter to skip over it. But I remembered the potsherd. A potsherd is a broken piece of pottery. I didn't do any research on the Potsherd gate. Did they have a junkyard for pottery? You could go smash your vessel there? But I've just memorized Isaiah 45, and maybe if I hadn't, this wouldn't have come to mind. But there's a verse about potsherds that warns against fighting against your maker. The broken piece of pottery doesn't get to argue with its maker. In Jeremiah 18, we read about the potter forming the clay as he chooses. Here we have the flask, the thing created by the potter, being destroyed. It made me think about when a piece of pottery can be destroyed. What's the difference between the pottery in 18 and the pottery in chapter 19? They're both destroyed in a way, but one is remade. What's the difference? One was hardened. We can and should come to a hardened, fixed state. I, for instance, am sure of my salvation. I am in Christ. He keeps me. There's nowhere I'm going. My face is set like flint toward New Jerusalem. No one could convince me my God isn't real and doesn't save. But there is another kind of hardening. Sin hardened. Sin hardens over a heart. It becomes callous. Your conscience becomes seared. It can't see the wrong and laughs at it instead of weeps over it. The potter loves them both. He does the same for both. The one who has hardened himself against the Lord's ways will be destroyed, but for the one whose heart is soft towards him, the one surrendered, it's a time of molding, rebuilding, and perfecting.